I'm here to give my review of WrestleMania 14. So, this is the WrestleMania that followed WrestleMania 13, a bad show. This show is actually good compared to that show. So, WrestleMania 14, March the 29th, 1998, from the Fleet Center in Boston, Massachusetts. The only time Boston has hosted WrestleMania. We open with a 15-team battle royal to determine the number one contenders for the WWF Tag Team Championships at the next pay-per-view that was entitled Unforgiven. This is a 1.5 star battle royal. It's won by the Legion of Doom, last eliminating the New Midnight Express of Bart Gunn and Bob Holly. The final 4 teams in this match are the Legion of Doom, the D.O.A, the Godwinns, and of course the New Midnight Express. When you have a thing like this is trying to get as many people on the WrestleMania card as possible, but it's one of those things that happen. Like I said, 1.5 stars, the Legion of Doom wins, probably should have, as, well, which other team would have possibly been believable winning this? Seriously. Most of them were thrown together teams anyway, like Steve Blackman and Flash Funk, Bradshaw and Chainz, and all this other stuff, so that's really what this was. 1.5 stars. Next is the WWE Light Heavyweight Championship match. Taka Michinoku defending against Aguila, or S.A. Rios as he became known in 2000. For a short match, this is not bad. It's a 2-star match of Taka Michinoku winning. Yeah, it is a lot of flippity-flip, flip-flip finish thing, but there is some stuff in it that's good enough to make it a 2-star match. So, it's just kind of your traditional cruiserweight match in a way. So, then we get the WWE European Championships on the line, as it's Triple H versus Owen Hart, with Chyna handcuffed to Commissioner Slaughter. This is a good match. It's a 3-star match. Triple H won after Chyna threw some salt in Slaughter's eyes and then managed to low blow Owen Hart, and then Triple H hit the pedigree and got the win. 3 stars. A good match. Next is a mixed tag match, the 3rd in WWE history, as it's Marvelous Marc, Mero, and Sable versus the artists formerly known as Goldust and Luna. This is a better than expected match. This match is better than most people probably would have expected it to be. It's 2.5 stars. Sable wins the TKO on Luna. So that was all well and good. This is Sable's first match, and she managed to look somewhat interesting in it. So this is also Marc Mero's WrestleMania wrestling debut, and only WrestleMania he's wrestled at. But like I said, it's a 2.5 star tag match. Next, we have the WWE Intercontinental Championship match, The Rock versus Ken Shamrock. This is an okay match. Well, actually, it's not really okay. It's a 1-star match. Shamrock mostly dominates this match, and then Rock, and Shamrock wins originally by making The Rock tap out, but then Shamrock gets disqualified, and the referee's decision is reversed, so Rock retains the championship. 1 star. Then we get the dumpster match for the WWE Tag Team Championships. This is a okay little tag match. It's 1.5 stars. It's a basic hardcore match in a way. A lot of weapon shots and things like that. It's the New Age Outlaws versus Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie. Like I said, 1.5 stars. Cactus and Chainsaw win, but they were stripped of the titles the next night on Raw because they did not put them in the official dumpster at ringside. I've never really known how that works, but that's just the way things go. So then we get The Undertaker taking on Kane. These next 2 matches are really, really good. Undertaker Kane is a 4-star match. This is their best match they had at WrestleMania. Of the two they had at Mania, this is their best one. Kane looked really, really strong here. It took 3 tombstones to defeat Kane. That's the strongest any Undertaker streak opponent has looked so far. Because it took 3 tombstones to beat Kane. 3. Of course, this feud would go to Unforgiven. They'd have an Inferno match. They would have a match at the Diddley Game. And at Judgment Day in October of that year for the WWE Championship. So, there's a lot of things that this thing went off of. But a very good match. It's a 4-star match. It's one of Taker's best streak matches. And it had a lot of build behind it, too. So, this kind of lived up to what its billing was. It had a lot of build to it. It had essentially a build from June of '97 in a way, when Paul Bearer, late spring, early summer of '97, when Paul Bearer first said that Kane was showing up in the WWE. That's how much this was built. So, like I said, 4 stars, Taker wins, and all that. So, and also, of course, this is also memorable because this is where Pete Rose got tombstoned, and it started a running tradition of the next 2 WrestleManias. Pete Rose would be trying to do something at Kane. So, that's probably why he's in the WWE Hall of Fame, come to think of it, Pete Rose. So then we get ultimately what this pay-per-view WrestleMania was centered around. The WWE Championship match. Shawn Michaels versus Stone Cold Steve Austin with Mike Tyson as the special enforcer. To add some extra drama to this match, Mike Tyson had joined DX before this. So the question became, could Austin overcome Shawn Michaels, DX, and Mike Tyson joining DX? This is a good, very good match. It's 4.5 stars. It's not as good as Austin's match at WrestleMania 13, but in the context of that, that's a good match on a very bad show. This is a great match on a somewhat good show compared to that one. This is 4.5 stars. DX gets thrown out early. Referee gets bumped, not taken out of the equation. Michaels goes for sweet chin music. Austin catches the foot, spins around, hits him the stunner. Tyson comes in, makes the 1-2-3, and then Tyson knocks out Michaels. I would argue that you probably could have made a lot more money with Austin versus Tyson in a match. But Austin won the Royal Rumble, so yeah. So, like I said, this is a very good 4.5 star match. Right booking decision was made, obviously. Michaels could not go anymore. His back was messed up. This was Shawn Michaels' last match for 4 years. He didn't show back up in a wrestling match until SummerSlam of 2002. So, due to back injuries and things like that. So, even though he probably didn't want to, he did the right thing by dropping the title to Stone Cold. So, our total star here is 20 stars out of a possible 40. That's a solid C. That's a solid C. Better than WrestleMania 13, and quite frankly, probably one of the best 3 WrestleManias out of this whole series. Or at least compared to 13, like I said, this had the privilege of following a very bad WrestleMania, so any improvements would have been better over that show. I will say, though, that there is no interviews here, other than a pre-recorded interview of Jennifer Flowers and The Rock. So, there's really no interviewing to be taking place here, which is kind of sad, because you kind of need that to help the matches, so I will say that's a criticism of this, because you don't have any interviews at all here, so this is the first of many WrestleManias that JR and King together commentated, so that's nice. So, like I said, WrestleMania 13 was an F, this is a C, so that's 2 letter grades of improvement here. But WrestleMania 15, the next WrestleMania, would once again go downhill, because that's a very bad show too. But I'll get to that when I review WrestleMania 15. This will be in the WrestleMania Review Series playlist. If you like the video, hit the like button down there. Hit the subscribe button down there. And if you want to, leave a comment. And thank you for watching. Bye.